going to look at a specific question. That is, if we want to find the equation of a line, we know it goes through a point and the intersection of another two lines. Now, one way we could do it is to solve the two lines simultaneously. That would then give us another point. We have 2 points to do it that way. But there is a quicker way. Let's have a look at this question here by means of an example. So we're going to find the equation of a line pass through the point of intersection of two lines, both in general form in this case. 2x plus y plus 1 equals 0. 3x plus 5y minus 9 equals 0. But it also goes through the point 1, 2. Okay, so as I say, we could do it this way. We could go and solve these two lines simultaneously. And want to make the coefficients of, well, I've made the coefficients of y the same. And I end up with x will be -2. And subbing back in, y is 3. So the question now becomes, what's the equation of the line that goes through the point 1, 2 and the point -2, 3? Oh, okay. Well, I can find the slope. That turns out to be -1/3. I have a point. I have a slope. Should be able to find the equation of the line. Point slope formula. Rearrange it. There it is. X plus 3y minus 7 equals 0. I say that's one way of doing it. There is a quicker way. It's what's known as the lambda formula, the K formula. I've seen it called all sorts of things. It's all pretty much to do with the constant in front of the second line there. So all we do is we write both lines down in general form. And we'll chuck a constant outside of one of them. Doesn't matter which one. So in our question, I'll say, well, the equation is going to be this. 2x plus y plus 1 plus some constant times 3x plus 5y minus 9. Question is, what's the constant? But we have another piece of information. And that other piece of information is that it goes through the point 1, 2. So if I substitute in the point 1, 2, I can work out what k is. K turns out to be, for this one, there it is, minus 514. So there's my equation when I sub back in. Now, yes, that doesn't look like the equation of a line because there's a bit of tidying up to do. But it is an equation of a line. I've got something times x, I've got something times y, and I've got a constant number as well. Let's tidy up and show, yes, it is in fact the same line. So I'll multiply everything by 4 and expand out my parentheses. Grouping the x together, grouping the y's together. Hang on, that's not what we had, but that's because if you notice, we've got a common factor here. 7. Divide everything by 7, and there it is. Same answer as we got before. And so x plus 3y minus 7 equals 0. So to recap on that, if it's a specific type of question, yes, but it saves you a heck of a lot of time. I don't have to go and find that point of intersection to find that second point. That's what most of the work was in the other method, I guess. All I've got to do is write down the two lines, multiply one of the lines times any constant you like. I've used k, you use anything you like. And then sub in the point to work out what the k is. All right. Well, 5F's on that. I think 5G's then be a mixture of all sorts of coordinate geometry questions.